Joey Shithead Keithley, founder of the legendary Canadian punk band D.O.A. How are you, Joey?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm great, thank you. How's your Canadian tour going so far?
Good. We've done Alberta and been over to Vancouver Island and tonight in Vancouver, and then we head off across the country.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now, you founded D.O.A. in 1978, so for 32 years, you've been touring relentlessly, generally raising hell. How do you do it?
A lot of gaff tape, a lot of gasoline, and a lot of beer, basically. It's a philosophy, right? I mean, D.O.A.'s always been a perfect soapbox for me to get up and say what I think about the world, right? So, and here I am, I'm still doing it 32 years later.
So your 13th full-length album that you released in May 2010, Talk minus Action equals Zero.
Yeah.
Tell me about the history of that slogan.
We first saw it on like an anarchist magazine called Open Road. About 81 or 82 was a magazine in Vancouver. And we thought, well, what a great slogan. And we asked them if we could use it, and then being anarchists, they said, sure, the world's everybody's type thing, right, which is the part of the philosophy behind anarchism. And we thought, well, it's a great slogan, we just made it ours, and you know what, it makes total sense, because if you don't do anything, then you kind of deserve not much. But if you can actually get out there and try and, you have a good idea, you can get out there and change people's minds and change the world, or at least change your neighborhood. You've
run for the Green Party in Vancouver 3 times now.
Yeah.
Any plans to run again?
No, I actually stopped running for the Green Party, and I'm not a member anymore. I just thought that they got great environmental policies, but some of the people involved in the party now are not as hip on social issues as I think they should be. So I'm not a member of any party right now. So if there's ever a draft movement, make Joe mayor of Vancouver, then sure. But anyways, no, I have no plans to run for politics right now. But never say never, right? Never say never.
Totally. Well, you're one step closer with Mayor Larry Campbell declaring December 21st D.O.A. Day in Vancouver. How did you feel when you got that news?
I was pretty surprised, but honored for sure, right? Having grown up here and been here all my life pretty well. I thought it was great, and it was his first official act in office when he got elected that year. Because Vancouver's reputation as no fun city, they wanted to do something fun and hip, so they said, well, why don't we take this crazy punk rock band and make a D.O.A. day? And it was pretty cool. The Councillor Jim Green, councillor at the time, came down to the railway where I was playing and brought out the scroll with the city seal and read off the whole thing. Whereas D.O.A. did this, blah, blah, blah. Whereas, it was a proclamation type thing, right? So, yeah, it's pretty neat. Just shows that Vancouver's got some sense of history.
Tell me about founding Sudden Death Records and the evolution of that.
When we started in '78, the three of us, Chuck, Randy, and I, said, well, everybody hates us, everybody's against us. We're completely negative, of course. Nobody will support us, nobody will put out a record for us, nobody will give us a record deal. So and I thought, okay, well, there's this band called the Pied Pumpkin String Ensemble, which Joe Mock, Sherry Ulrich, and Rick Scott is a trio, like acoustic thing, and they were putting out their own albums on their own label and selling them at shows. And I thought, well, if they can do it, why can't we do it? So it's a real DIY thing to do, and we saved up a bunch of unemployment checks, and that gave us enough money to press the records and pay for the studio. And so then I thought, well, it's D.O.A., okay, then the label should be Sudden Death Records. It just kind of fell naturally out, but came together, I should say. Anyways, that all happened. We did that about 6 singles between '78 and 1983 on Sudden Death, and it kind of went dormant, and D.O.A. got signed to I think we went through about 8 or 10 different labels, most of which went bankrupt. They were kind of label killer or whatever, right? So should have got signed to Exxon or IBM or something like that, right? Put them out of business. And then in 1998, I went to the bank and got a loan and started Sudden Death Records seriously. So it's been going really seriously for about 12 years now, 13. And we have 88 releases out on.
For more info on D.O.A. and Sudden Death Records, check out suddendeath.com and spread the good word.